And now the tale of the tape for tonight's main event.
Well, there are two numbers that could mean something. The height and reach of Soto.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former NABF and WBC Continental America's welterweight champion, introducing Jesus El Renuente Soto Karass. Please welcome the former WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world, introducing Andre Berto.
A good, clean fight. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Thanks, gloves. Good luck.
We are set for 12 rounds or less in the welterweight division, the main event at the AT&T.
Soto Karass looking for a fast start. Down before, but
right hand clips Berto upstairs. Overhand right by Soto Karass. Again met with a short right hand by Berto. Combination. Right hand, left hook. Combo by Soto Karass with a right uppercut on the inside. Jab. Soto Karass misses with the right hand, but lands a left hook.
Yeah, and you know, he got some good instructions in the corner to look for those uppercuts, to use those uppercuts. But it's a bit of a catch-22 because he punching ability. So I wouldn't say the entire counter-punching mentality would be wrong for Berto.
Nearing the minute and a half.
He's fighting short. He's leaning in. That's why he's getting hit with the right hands by Berto. That's a monstrous mistake.
And he's allowing Berto to gain some confidence because this is...
We can do it too. Knockout kings too, and both lucky. Soto Karass beginning to establish the jab. Berto left hook.
That's the question.
And the reason Soto Karass is wearing predominantly...
You don't want to change the world over in one training camp, but you want to make little adjustments, little subtle adjustments. You kind of got to get back to having that identity, and that's like Berto Hunter had said.
By Berto.
And it hurt Soto Karass with that counter right. Paulie talked about it. That was an excellent punch. He had to go back to what they don't want him to do, which is...
Counter right by Berto. Catches him with a left and a right just behind the ear. Jab, body shots from Soto Karass, but a stiff right hand by Berto. Left uppercut by Soto Karass.
And very good.
Crisp left hook by Berto. Soto Karass, a flurry of punches from Soto Karass.
Managing to throw a lot of punches regardless.
Exactly, right. He can do that on the outside.
Adjustments. Maybe you've worked on some new things that maybe you hadn't worked on.
Andre Berto in the black with gray and white.
Part of his identity. That counter right uppercut was something we've seen a lot in the past.
Brian Kenny, Jim Gray, and the rest of the Showtime Sports crew. Hope you're enjoying Knockout Kings 2 as Berto. Crowd chanting Berto's name as he connects with a right hand. Short left uppercut by Soto Karass in the corner along the ropes. Berto and Soto Karass now unloading, then Soto Karass through 3 rounds. Here's the unofficial scoring courtesy of Showtime.
Yeah, lunging and he's staying back and throwing those punches.
Berto needs to escape the corner.
Maybe looking for those doubts that might be lurking in Berto's mind.
8 months
Didn't really work for him in that fight, Paulie. He wanted him to go back to being Andre Berto. Soto Karass hurts Berto with that right.
And sometimes you just got to get past the first round here. And he's trying to reestablish the jab, maybe noticing that the distance has closed.
And now they begin to open things up.
Big tactical error by Soto Karass. He's fighting short. He's leaning in.
Do get inside, use the uppercuts.
Although he's having good success on the inside with the uppercuts, Berto along the ropes, where according to Al Bernstein, he did not
want to work and cause a clinch, and then force the referee to break him. But I think he just wanted him to be a bit more confident in his own style as opposed to
very good punches.
Soto Karass, trainer Ramon Yukita Morales.
There by Berto. This is a guy who's coming into the fight with not a lot of confidence.
Wow, right hand by Soto Karass, putting the pressure on Andre Berto, again connecting with the right hand. So a great start.
Yes. But again, he's got to make sure he stays with that discipline here in this fight.
The body work of Soto Karass is amazing. Shows that numbers for the last round. Both men landed 33 punches. That was an...
And Berto backs up along the ropes again, gets hit with the right hand. Left hook to the body, right uppercut, left uppercut. 2 rounds in the books.
You ripping your right uppercut? Yeah. Please don't do the shoulder roll and cross your left and cross your right.
Breathe deep, breathe deep. And you keep working the uppers. When you're inside, keep working with the uppers. And then 4 in a row.
He's just beating Berto to the punch, Paulie.
Yeah, and you know what it is? His punches are
Schorle looking closely at Andre Berto.
And it probably hurts more to miss than it does to land.
Boy, that's
Because that follow through with a hurt
Comfort zone. Berto desperately trying to come back, lands a left hook, but Soto Karass takes
other
it.
fighters before have had not so great records. Freddie Pendleton,
Yeah,
He still does have the hook.
yeah, and occasionally the right is getting in there, even though he's hurt.
And Soto Karass with a left hook to the body. And a short Soto Karass on the inside continues to deliver the uppercuts. And Berto misses the left hand, lands on that right arm, and he's hurt.
If it's a disadvantage for Soto Karass to be on the inside, as we thought earlier.
Karass puts together the combination, swelling around the left eye of Andre Berto in this fight. Wow!
That's a huge edge, and a lot of those are body. What I think Jesus Soto Karass needs to be careful about is Karass with those 8 losses, but there have been fighters before to do it.
Yeah,
with
that
those
right
8
uppercut.
losses.
Cuts on the inside, punching at distance, but Berto trying valiantly to punch back. And lands
So, obviously, revisiting that is Andre Berto.
left uppercut.
Berto's options are left at.
It's a very good point.
45 seconds, Karass on the ropes, but allows him to escape with a couple of straight right hands, and there's a left hook to the body.
Clearly, that punch at this juncture anyway in the fight is not even usable for
A
him.
wounded wing, and yet the left hook by Soto Karass, followed by the
To this round.
left uppercut by Soto Karass, followed by the straight right hand. Berto leaning in. He throws a right uppercut.
Because that short little right uppercut by Berto, look, he's trying to throw it right there.
Here's what went down in the 4th round.
Punch dogs, man. He's still trying as hard as he can.
No one should question this. We saw it in the Ortiz and Guerrero fight. Soto Karass, 144.
Wow.
Ridiculous. And this is
his 19th career victory by knockout, a candidate for the knockout. Trying to hurt Soto Karass as we look at the unofficial scoring, courtesy of our Showtime crew. Left uppercut by Berto, misses with the left hook, but yes, he's getting busier. And he's
come in 2 of those last 3 fights. The losses to Guerrero and to Ortiz.
And now
he realized, okay, the right hand is not going to work tonight. I don't have it. I'm injured, whatever the case is.
And where we would have anticipated some problems for Soto Karass is where he's had his most success on the inside with those uppercuts. Soto Karass immediately attacks the body and lands the right hand upstairs. Drastically trying to stay in the fight, but he's getting tagged by Soto Karass.
It's tough as nails.
Distance in an instant classic. And now Jesus Soto Karass and Andre Berto.
Close, and some of these shots are getting through by Berto, like that.
He's still continuing to throw combinations. Left hook to the body by Berto.
You know, Berto was less before in this fight and was kind of effective, and now he goes back to it.
Berto busier and getting, and there's Soto Karass punching the arm, but as they now are in the center of the ring, and Soto Karass,
even before then, so that, it could be a serious problem now, especially.
that right shoulder is giving him problems. And speaking of problems, Soto Karass is doing the same.
When he won the IBF Lightweight Championship, a lot of losses. He won it. Others have done it. So yeah, he does.
It's hard to get him out of there with one shot, which is essentially what Berto is. He's got a wounded duck in there.
Yep.
He's moving his hands, finding the angles, finding the openings.
Left to utilize that reach advantage, although, as Paulie mentioned, maybe not the best.
Simply because he's inside and there's a target in front of him. Yep. Good body shot by Andre Berto there.
Berto becoming busier.
We have seen not one right hand with conviction from Berto in the bout.
Counter left hook and another left hook and another.
Body punches by Soto Karass, and of course those straight rights and the uppercuts. And he's having himself
stop this fight at the end of this round, guys. If Berto doesn't show anything for the rest of this round, there's a minute and a half left.
And it's all Soto Karass left hand. And lands a jab.
And how about this? Let's take a guess. How many punches do you think he threw the last round?
Continues to ply his craft. Berto coming back.
Keep in mind, once he accepted the fact that he doesn't have a right hand, he's actually fought better because he's almost retuned his mind into
right. Left uppercut just grazes the chin of Soto Karass so far tonight. And speaking of a great job, People are raving about
But ever since then, you can see the difference, including the Maidana fight.
Yeah, he put it bluntly in the fighter meeting.
Tries to throw the left hook, does throw it in fact, lands, and look how he landed with a lot of force on that right shoulder and that right arm.
Please do not pull out. Stay close. Hitting with those short lefts.
Avoided that in this fight and landed a lot of clean body shots.
Hey, you still have a chance to get involved. Berto stumbles. Yeah,
We'll see.
and now Berto coming back with the left hand.
And Steve has a 3-point margin, as we all do.
39 knockouts. Still have time to try to take that 10,000. Soto Karass attacking from long distance momentarily.
At that point, you just want to get back in and fight.
Maybe, I guess, but he was hurt with that. Body
Berto
shot.
using
Movement and jabs from Soto Karass. He hasn't done that as much as they would like.
Great pivot away from the corner. Soto Karass on the attack.
He can sustain it and get a 10-8 round out of this.
Punching back as best he can.
Remarkable turn of events in this fight. With a
Left to the body by Berto. Soto Karass goes upstairs and hits him with the right hand. Berto measuring him up. Hitting by Berto. Another left hook. Soto Karass has lived for the past number of years in North Hollywood, California. Proud of his...
How long these fights have gone, and surprisingly, did we think early when Berto was so hurt that this fight... Resiliency by Andre
Berto can still be involved in an entertaining fight. Ropes now. The jab by Berto and that left hook to the body, but then he eats a couple of punches for his efforts.
And of course, he is a volume puncher for sure, but
And
this is something.
Strafing the body with the left and rights, the uppercut.
What is? I mean,
It looked
Showcasing
hopeless
his
for a while.
resiliency. As of right now, Keith Thurman with his knockout win over Diego Chavez to kick off the main, pivoting away momentarily. And don't forget, immediately following, and Soto Karass down on the canvas. And an 8 count is being administered. It's ruled a knockdown. He is down for the 3rd time in his career. Soto Karass comes in, attacks the body again, lands the left uppercut. While Berto misses with the right uppercut and the left hook. One will move on in a stacked weight class, while the other will
roll on it. He's got to start bending his knees. I don't know if he's tired, but he's got to start bending his knees on that because it's the same shot hitting him over and over again.
And they collide in the center of the ring. Soto Karass unloading, and Berto staying right there. Punching.
Question, Jesus Soto Karass is a different fighter than he was 4, 5, 6 fights ago. He's just
with the left hook. And Soto Karass continues to work the body, mixing in the attack to the head. Right hand by Soto Karass. Berto
really trying to work his way in. I mean, it's hard to fight on the inside with one hand, but somehow he's doing it.
Problems with his right shoulder. The straight right hand by Soto Karass. And even with one arm, Soto Karass momentarily. And there goes Berto down for the 6th time in his career.
It's hot. He stopped it right away.
And this fight is over. Soto Karass records the knockout win, the 18th of his career.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 48 seconds in round number 12. Our referee in charge, Jon Schorle, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is once again the NABF